What's up, y'all? It's the Average Consumers here with another video. So today, we're gonna talk about our brother James Harden. So it's been alleged recently that James Harden cash apped Saweetie
He did what?
$100,000 for a date.
For what?
For a
For a
date.
date.
That's disgusting.
So, 50 Cent actually had spoke on it, and I guess this kind of made it go viral a little bit. He said, "Wait, he a superstar. Why the fuck is he paying a bitch to go on a date? See what you did at Quavo Huncho? They don't know what they like till they see somebody with it." Shaking my head, LOL. Help me understand this.
That's crazy.
So, James Harden recently came out on, you said on Twitter, he posted
He just put a blue hat emoji, just like everything's just cap.
cap emoji. And then he posted on his Instagram story, he said, "I'm tired of people creating these false ass stories knowing I really don't speak on
Bullshit.
On bullshit. Leave me out of all the weird shit trash. Back to my real life." People always want to brag about how they don't speak on nothing. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I really don't speak on bullshit."
But like the thing
But
is,
today, y'all got me.
Yeah.
but oh, go ahead. I don't want.
And then he said, "People really on here just making shit up for clout. I'll really stay out the way. Cash App 100K, beat it."
I feel like
he said beat it like that.
Matter of fact, go ahead, bro.
Nah, that's it. That's all he said.
That's crazy.
No one really speaks ill about James Harden unless it's on the basketball court. He doesn't really put himself in too much drama to be spoke. Besides
That's
going to
debatable.
the strip clubs.
yeah.
But since he does go to strip clubs, I can see why you think that he's lying and you believe that he did give Saweetie $100,000 to go on the
Yeah,
date.
he did that shit.
I mean, wait. So
He did that.
where's this information coming from, though?
I have no idea.
It's coming from the source.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just-
always sources.
that's
We
what I'm
don't
saying.
question who it comes from. We just know.
That's true.
But like,
You know what I'm
I don't know
saying?
how
That's
things
crazy.
like this just get like. People really must be like master at lying because. Go ahead.
A lot of the times they normally orchestrate stuff up on
Yeah.
NBA or NFL players when their team is doing really well to get them thrown off their groove.
Interesting.
Like remember, they had released that video of Aisha Curry on Jada Pickett's platform
Yeah.
saying like, "I wish I had more attention" while he was in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, also, it's like the same way rappers, will talk academics things behind the scenes about other rappers. Somebody from another opposing ball team could be like, "Oh, yeah, I know he did this. The simp ass shit," you know what I'm saying? Rap, whatever.
Giannis
But
told.
For me, I believe it's his duty to deny that this happened.
Yeah.
But I believe he did it. Because
Oh my god.
at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like, for one, he can say that he didn't do it because you'll never be able to prove that he did it. Of course, he's not. Probably didn't even cash app it from his specific account.
Oh,
He
he's
might have
probably
did it from
got
like a
burner accounts.
burner account
Yeah.
type shit. Or it might, who knows, it might not have even been cash app. They might have just said that. But I believe he sent her money. 100,000, that's a bit outlandish, but I could see him doing it. He had signed a contract for $200 million.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
drop in a bucket, for real.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
It's crazy. Like,
just go ahead, Matthew.
my bad. I didn't mean to throw. I was gonna say that. Like, I feel like it's that, and what you're saying about. I feel bad because at first I feel bad because I messed up the color scheme because y'all all white. But no, I feel like that's like. First, like, yeah, what you're saying about, like, all right, when it's like an important part of the season, stuff really happens to, like important players. But also, like, Saweetie, in terms of where she's at right now in her career, she kind of needs something, like, to happen for real. Like, because, like, the stuff will... First, Quavo was doing well. Praise God for Quavius, right? But, like, I feel like she's about to hit that silent fall-off season if nothing keeps her, like, really, really relevant. Especially after the stuff that happened, like, with all that stuff. Because people kind of sided with Quavo because he really didn't do nothing. So now we're in a place where it's just like, how is she going to stay hot? Like, and it may be like, it may be what you're saying. Maybe it's a collaborative effort between her team and that, whoever's trying to trip him up or whatever else. But I feel like with this, if he said he didn't do, like, you might just be right where it's just like, he did it. Like, but it's just like, it's so much box out there. Like, well, he did that. He could get whoever for free. Like,
yeah,
so,
but it's more of a strategic play because you gotta think about it. It's like, okay, Quavo's album is about to come out this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me try and slide on her real quick just to maybe make him feel away during his rollout or something. And maybe it's not that thought out,
They're
but
enemies?
Hey, you
James
never know.
Harden.
He is friends with Lil Baby.
exactly.
They're
He's
enemies?
affiliated with Lil Baby. He bought Lil Baby a fucking $250,000 watch for his birthday last year.
They're
Lil
really
Baby,
close friends, and
yeah.
they
Lil
always in
Baby
the
be
strip
coming
club.
to the games.
At least.
So it's
At
like
least he buy his little baby more.
Lil Baby has his issues with the Migos right now.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
it's like, okay, let's
Oh.
put a little plant a little seed in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
oh,
kinda crazy.
and he could pay $100,000. It's no skin off his bones. So it's like, let me try and expedite the process to accomplish my goal
I wouldn't pay
with
that
planting
much.
this seed.
That's
see
a
what I'm
lot.
saying?
That's a lot for a vendetta.
That's a
bro.
lot, but he's rich.
I mean, when you're,
Yeah, right.
we remember we were just having that discussion about doing foolish things about just like giving girls money just to do it.
Yeah.
And like, when you making money to sign a $200 million contract, bro, and you're in that stage that you think you're gonna get money for the rest of your life. So, $100,000 is like, giving her like, I guess $50 or something
Yeah,
like
because that's
that.
less than
Yeah.
1% of what
Yeah,
he has signed
it's-
for.
And
so crazy.
and not to just focus on the James Harden thing, but like I was in this similar situation, kind of. I said happy birthday to a girl, and all of a sudden she felt obligated that I needed to cash app her.
I was about to say, did you say happy birthday to her for $100,000?
No.
Nigga, I feel like it's a bit different.
I said happy birthday, and then she was like, thanks. And then I was like this, my fault. I don't really, cause you know how you have to find emojis and all that stuff. So I kind of gave her something weird. I gave her like a fist pump because I didn't feel like looking for the
That's your bro, that's
confetti.
all.
And then she was like, thanks. And she was hearing what I was saying. Then she was like, cash at me. And I was just like, I have to cash it. Like, how, where did that come from?
Because you apologize. So now she's like,
Yeah, that's
all
what I'm
right, now
saying.
make up for it.
She trying to get leverage, bro.
Send me that bread.
It was her quinceañera. She was turning 15. What's going on?
The thing is, like, for her to say something like that, I'm not the first one she said that to. And I've been seeing a lot of girls saying, like, why can't
Not
you...
only are you not the first to say it to her, but other niggas actually do cash out.
That's the crazy part, bro.
That's why she's
That's the
comfortable
funniest
telling you to
part.
do
They're
it.
soft.
Right, and I'm just like, I'm starting to see on Twitter and Instagram, I mean social media, like it's a wave of females saying like, why can't you just cash at me like $200 because I'm pretty, like stuff like
And
that.
then and then they'll
Are
try,
you gonna suck my dick?
bro. And then these will be the same women that'll turn around and be like, niggas that are into this disgusting shit are disgusting. Meanwhile, they're the ones that are like, let me objectify myself. Like, and it's not that if they want to objectify themselves, that's on them because they're the object. They get to choose that, right? Wow, that's clippable. But like, they're like people typically are like, hey, they want the option to do what it is, right? So if I want to objectify myself, right, it's my choice. I don't want somebody else to do it for me, right? Unless I'm like I want to be pimped out, which some women are more comfortable with that. But like, people just want the choice to do the thing. They don't want somebody else to do it for them. So like now we're in a state where like people will pay for bathwater and toenail clippings and shit like that. Like, so women are in an area where they get a lot of leverage from beta ass niggas. Like, and that's just how niggas are. Like, there's a lot of those out there. So that's cool on them. Did you send her the bread?
Oh no.
Well done.
Hopefully y'all believe in me. I didn't give her no money.
But
no, I believe you. That's what I'm saying.
That-
First of all, don't they just block her as well, bro? That's crazy.
That sort of incident is kind of why I feel like I'm on the fence. Like James Harden might have done it. It's because it's like
Yeah.
he's extremely wealthy, right?
Yeah.
9
So,
figures.
exactly.
Saweetie said that she had to level up from 8 figures because she already had 8 figures. She needs 9 figures
Yeah,
now.
And
you know,
like
So she going to the ball players.
like I said, 100,000 is less than 1% of what he had signed for, like 5 years ago, and that was even less than 1% of what he had signed for before.
That's
And it's just
crazy,
like,
bro.
there's a
Less than
possibility.
1%, bro.
There's a possibility that he did it because it's literally nothing, and
Yeah.
I don't know how James Harden is personally. I will say that like if you can remember when he was at ASU, he
Arizona?
did
Okay.
not look anything or even act any way like this. The
Yeah.
money kind of, even when he was first on OKC, the money seemed to like amplify who he actually was.
You're
more.
right, bro.
You know what it is a lot of the times with people, and I don't want to say I've experienced this too, because I'm nowhere near the wealth and influence of James Harden, but a lot of the times people, when they see that you're doing something like really good, or like they see that you like have influence in a certain space, that will a lot of the times override the stuff that will make, specifically women, like that will make them like not attracted to you. Like I've had situations where there were girls that are bad as fuck. And I'm like, I don't even. This is before I developed any like people skills, like aside from public speaking skills, like just people skills, where I'd be able to be like, okay, this is like how I interpersonally interact, like. Where they'll be coming my way, talking to me, doing all this, doing all that. Like I remember, I went to like I had a poetry thing. I don't want to talk about it because I know if anybody that I know ever watches it, right? Like where I had a poetry thing, it was like a really big event, and I had met some shorty, and I kind of flirted with her a little bit, and she was receptive. But then after we like did like the Grand Slam finals, John, like she pulled up to me like she was, her and her friend came up, was like, hey, what's up? It was like almost like a movie because she had written her number down and then just like slipped it into my shirt. I was like, what the fuck? Like it was so weird, but it was because she had seen that I was performing on a high level. Meanwhile, I could still be this awkward guy that had a certain set of beliefs that she would override because she's like, no, he just did this thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so people, you know what I'm
This
saying? Like,
thing that she's probably scared to do, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, he really did that!" Like,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
could have never do that.
So like now look at these ball players that only have to have like not I'm saying only like playing ball is hard, like playing ball is easy, but like these niggas that are playing on a super high level that everybody's like, I want to grow up like this nigga. There are kids that have Harden's jersey in his room, right? Like these people are historical figures to a quote unquote, or they can get to that level. So like, and when you're in that level of influence, just sorry. Let me slow down. Just off of what you're doing, then when you get outside, you can still be a weirdo, and then people will just override it because it's just like it's James Harden, right? Like,
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure if he did send her that bread, I'm sure she was receptive of it.
Now, what if she paid him $100,000 to pay her $100,000?
$100,000 worth of ass?
No, what if
She's not paying
What if
anybody.
he paid? What if she gave him $100,000 for him to pay her $100,000, and then she leaked the story?
that's what I'm saying, bro. They can have
Like,
teams.
I'm gonna give you $100,000 in cash. Can you give it to me on Cash App? That's what you mean.
They can have teams with overlapping interests, bro. You never know, bro. Sweetie gotta get hot, and Harden, it sounds like has to get back at niggas. So.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately,
I
like
think because of the timing, he did that shit, and it was something to throw Quavo off his pivot.
Yeah.
I think like what you had said earlier as well, like she's now condensed to have to do what Amber Rose and Black China and the Kardashians have to do, which is Monkey Branch.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's another thing.
Because like ain't nobody listen to her rap, bro.
Ain't nobody listen to her shit, right? Well, I mean, she might have a really core fan base that are into that ratchet stuff, but like in terms of like what she offers to the marketplace in regards to like the ideas that she's putting out there. Like anytime you're in something, there's gonna be a number one, a number two, and the people that innovate at the bottom trying to get to that space. Right now, number one for being ratchet is like Cardi and Megan, I would say. And
they're selling music off of selling their personality is selling more than their music.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And the music is just like the personality is the overflowing bucket that flows into the music.
Exactly.
But people care about them for their personality. Saweetie has the millions of followers that she has because of her personality.
That's exactly
not because of her music. They like, she has a nice body. It's manufactured, of course, but she has a nice body. All the girls want to look like her. Yeah. They wanted her. She was relationship goals for a moment when she was with Quavo. So of course more girls follow her because of that.
Ain't nobody icy no more.
And all that. So it's like, you know, they're gonna support the music because they support her. But
that's not. I mean, that lasts forever, bro. That's the crazy part. Like,
but I mean,
talk about Kim K.
What is this change for us men? I'm starting to feel like you can't be like an average guy no more. Like, you know,
kinda can't, bro.
Like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you kinda can't. Like, it's kind of it depends on what you're looking for. Like, if you, what is it? Like, if you're doing it for women, you probably can't unless you find a woman that's not from the West. Like because I find that like women here, we live in a really hyper consumer state. Like when we go, like I mean, all of us have traveled to a certain degree. And then when hopefully like soon you'll be able to like get out of here. Like I feel like that's why you like a place like London or like a laid back place like just over there because it's the same kind of setup, but it's less. I don't want to use the word obnoxious because I live here, but like the way that we do stuff. Let me put it like this: Chick-fil-A is special in America because they're closed on Sundays specifically, but in other countries that's just how life is, right? Like in other countries like Ireland or Italy, like niggas are just closed on the weekend because we recognize that they're human beings. but like we live in an industrial ass state, like where everybody's like you produce, and that boils down into everybody's interpersonal lives. So now like we're looking at women that are in this unique position where they've like for years they've been fighting to get to a place where they've been able to sort of stand on their own too and do whatever else they want to do. And like if there's one thing about a woman, like if she's doing something, the women can take things as far as they can go, right? Like if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing, they can take it as far as it can go, even if it tears them up a lot of the times, or they could just shut the fuck out. It's one or the other with them a lot of the times. And so that's why you see like a lot of women that are really outperforming men, killing men, and doing this and doing that, because they also, on top of the fact that like a lot of what makes them celebrities is genetics. And I don't mean like public celebrities. I just mean like, wow, you see a beautiful woman, like you'll treat her a certain way, you'll treat her like this, you'll talk to her friends about that. Like it's possible for men to look at a woman and like obsess over her. After just seeing her like one or two times. I've experienced that, especially like before I like sort of attain the sort of values that I have now and recognize that there's people. But like a lot of men don't go through that process, so they see a woman, they're fixated on her, and that's like, and they're set up, and that's celebrity. That's really what celebrity is, because we do the same things, and their celebrity is genetic. So for a lot of them, it doesn't last forever, but their career doesn't have to be forever. Like they can start up a career at like 20ish, use a part of that to genetic celebrity, be like, okay, like they're personable enough to move up in a company, but then like have disagreeable enough tendencies to be able to lead. But those disagreeable tendencies don't translate well into relationships and things like that, and don't translate well into relationships, especially for us as men, because like what we want and what they want is different, right? So like it's for us, like as men, especially because women, what they value is different. Like when they're ambitious, their ambition is because they want to get the best possible thing that they can get, because they want to be the safest they could possibly be a lot of the times. And so for a lot of them, they're just like, fuck man, I'm gonna just find safety by myself, because a lot of men have presented, like maybe it's their fathers or their parents or whatever else. People have reasons for everything, or they're just in an environment or a situation where the men in their lives didn't like represent the way that they should have, which, you know, it's understandable that they would have that response. But now they're in a state where they still, because men and women need each other, like they still desire that compassion in that relationship, but do not have the tools to deal with us, right? Because they don't know, right? So like for niggas that are average, women are gonna be like, well, what can you provide me? I can get this amount of money. I can get this and this, that and that, right? Yeah. And like when they get that, and then they don't have the piece that they want because they're not able to like live. What it is that like, with relationships, like with men, and I feel like I've been talking for a long ass time. I'm bad, bro. I was like what men are supposed to provide is like a lifestyle, right? Like women will eat off the fruits of a man's lifestyle, right? So if I'm making $5 million a year, if I'm making James Harden money or whatever else, and 1% of my income is the amount of a high value man, quote unquote, right? I can sweat some of my income and I'll still be worth a rich nigga, right? Like my sweat is rich, like. When you're that level, it's a bit different. But for people that are like, we have to work to get to that place, whatever lifestyle I offer is what my wife's going to be eating off of, right? So if I'm supposed to be bringing home the bread or whatever, I make a certain amount. She's going to be living her life through that. She can have her own side business, do whatever else. But for her, she wants, I don't want to say whatever she wants, because women are going to speak for themselves. But like, what I find a lot of the times, like women want to live a life where they're like, this man is doing what I need him to do for me to be safe, for me to feel safe, right? He's making this certain amount. I don't gotta do it. And when they feel like they don't gotta do it, they're not gonna do that shit. Because women of course they want the opportunity to work if they want to, but the majority of them don't want to do that shit. Like, no, right? They don't want to do that. So it's like, yeah, like it's gonna be hard for us, because a lot of women are killing it and they don't know how to chill the hell out. And you have niggas that are buying toenail clippings and, you know, bathwater. So it's like a lot of them don't really got respect for niggas. So it's like a rare man where you're like, interpersonally, I can treat this woman a certain way. I know how to deal with her. And then on another level, I'm in a place where she's like, I feel comfortable attaching myself, because women lose their options when they choose one person, right? Like if I'm providing, I can cut loose from the woman that I'm with, and then financially be fine. I can go find somebody else. That's why divorce laws are the way they are right now, right? They haven't caught up to the fact that like women are making racks now, so they don't really need the same protections. Right. But like, you look at that, like if I'm providing and I cut her off, she's a widow. It's over. It's over. Like, because she, like in the time that she spent relying on me, she did not develop the skills to be out in the marketplace or a workplace, right? So like, it's dangerous for them to be with somebody that's not going to take care of them. And then, so it makes sense that they're like up in arms kind of. So like for an average nigga, where we're just like, fuck, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to vibe.
So in a nutshell, you cannot be an average man because even if you go to another country that's a third world country, you're not gonna be an average man. You're gonna be an above average man.
Absolutely.
So
that's a good point.
any man anywhere has to strive to be an above average man.
That is true.
To really attract a woman.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
That's it.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, guys, let us know in the comment section below what y'all think about this situation. Like the video, share it with your friends if you found it interesting, entertaining, whatever. Subscribe to the channel for more content. We'll see you guys next video.